Nigerian electricity journey started in 1929 with the establishment of the Nigerian Electricity Company. By 1999, the Nigerian power sector had reached its lowest ebb, with 60 out of the 79 existing power stations shutting down and power supply dropping to 1,750 megawatts. To revamp the Nigerian electricity generation, the roadmap for power sector reform was developed, and in 2013, a milestone was achieved with the Nigeria electricity supply industry. This pivotal event was expected to unlock investments to trigger an increase in the power supply. Instead, power generation dropped from 4,500 megawatts in 2013 to 3,000 megawatts in 2016, with revenue generation dropping from 85% at privatization to an average of 23% in December 2016. Citizens are still dissatisfied about the inadequate power situation.
Most time we have to close before the time because there's no light.
There's no light at home. When you come to the office, there's no light.
Sometimes you bring the light in the night, daytime, there's no light throughout the day.
Many Nigerians are still unaware of their rights and responsibilities, and many power sector players are largely ignorant of the right direction to take in solving prevalent issues.
A country like Nigeria should have more power, but building a power plant takes time, 3-4 years down the line.
There's no way we can guarantee that everybody's going to have power. We're going to have factories with electricity running every no. It's going to take time, 20 to 30 years for this to come.
Bothered by the imminent decline in power supply and distribution in the sector, Nextier Power embarked on a journey to understand the challenges, proffer solutions, and help bridge the gap. As a result, lack of properly educated consumers on the power sector, lack of consumer capacity to demand the right action from both the public and private sector, lack of capacity among the principals responsible for managing the various agencies in the industry were discovered to be the major challenges facing the reform privatized power sector. This lack of capacity leads to non-conservation of energy, energy mismanagement, collection and commercial losses, lack of adequate metering systems, electricity theft, amongst others. Fueled by the desire to create a properly functional power supply industry in Nigeria, Nextier Power initiated the Nigeria Light Improvement Through Education (NLIGHT) intervention. The NLIGHT is a comprehensive set of public education programs aimed at capacity building and increased access to sector information to the public, the private sector, relevant development agencies, advocacy groups, consumer protection groups, and corporations. Information is collated and disseminated through Nigeria Electricity Hub Repository, an open access power sector specific media channel, and other traditional and social media platforms. This has changed the game in the way investors, researchers, and the general populace seeking information have access to quality, up-to-date information about the power sector in Nigeria. The Nextier 101 trainings held for customers and operatives of Kaduna, Abuja, and Kano distribution companies have led to positive behavioral change among the distribution operatives and public, making them more inclined to pay for power rather than steal it, thereby reducing appetite for electricity corruption. The anticipated Nextier 201 program is designed to educate the Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency (NEMSA) operatives in meter installation and monitoring for January 2018. Participants of the Nextier 301 and 401 have gained better skill sets to ensure more rapid provision of electricity in unserved and underserved communities all over the country. Project developers are able to develop more off-grid projects, and project financiers buy into mainstream investment at affordable interest rates. The monthly Nextier Power Dialogue has improved the process of information sharing on the Nigeria electricity supply industry, input into the policy advocacy process for the industry, and networking for business and job opportunities in the industry. Nextier Power is vastly involved in advocacy processes, and as part of the advocacy activities carried out, Nextier Power provided a comprehensive technical analysis and review of the original 2017 power sector budget. The resulting review was adopted by the Senate Committee on Power, leading to a power sector budget revamp. Nextier Power provided technical advice on the choice fuel source to be adopted for the 215 megawatt Kaduna power plant, advising against the choice of diesel due to its cost and unreliability. By November 2017, the Senate advised the Federal Ministry of Power against proceeding with the use of diesel as fuel source for the power plant. Nextier's shared platforms include Policy Brief, Empower Nigeria newspaper column, and daily newsletter updates to explain industry best practices to the critical stakeholders and the general public, with the objective of ensuring full understanding of their implications on policy and program options. The Policy Brief collection enhances positive adjustments and re-implementation of the reform or market design by the current Ministry of Power Administration. The collection serves as capacity building for teeth audience in the sandwich strategy, that is, the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, other power sector ministries, departments and agencies, as well as the Vice President's office. The Empower Nigeria series is a weekly newspaper column that contributes to a more informed public on various topical issues in the sector. Daily newsletter updates inform the Nigerian educated public on relevant daily activities of the power sector, leading to better informed investment and research. 2017 key achievements include eligible customer declaration with the aim to reduce disco corruption, implementation of a more transparent and comprehensive power sector budget for 2017, addressing liquidity crisis and tariffs, and NERC's subsequent plan to review tariffs, convenes 3 past ministers to discuss power sector issues and way forward, enabling the establishment of partnership for standardization in the power sector, current and relevant power sector news and educational articles disseminated to over 80,000 readers, 396 and counting relevant research materials updated in the Nigeria Electricity Hub Power Library, 150 average participants at monthly dialogues, 212 people under our direct training influence on the Nigerian electricity supply industry, disseminated information of over 100 government promises and policy implementation actions, 10 ideas for policy formulation and adoption advocated on the Nextier platform, 5 policy briefs published, 3 successful policy and technical reviews adopted by the federal government of Nigeria, confirmation of the viability of putting solar power in a box and on the shelf. Action plans and goals for 2018 include wider engagement in all distribution companies through our Nextier program, a focus on renewable energy to expand power outreach, monitor DISCO activities for anti-corruption practices, partnership programs with National Orientation Agency to widen public education activities, focus on increasing gender representation in the power sector. Nextier Power, building the society we want to live in.